Hello and welcome back to the Surge 2. Okay, a couple of things. I did notice, I actually don't know if it's elsewhere in some of my other videos, so if it's happened prior, I apologize. I noticed in one of the last recordings that there were some audio glitches in some certain parts, mostly in the boss fight when it got really busy, and I don't really know why that is. You'll remember right at the beginning of this game I mentioned having some audio problems with it. In fact, I think we had an episode where I lost the audio for the game audio for some reason. It just cut out, even though it was fine for me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I really apologize. I do all my test recordings and I try and review things, but there's only so much I can do if it breaks in the middle of the game. Alright, as for what's going on here, so I did a little wandering around, and then I was just testing weapons, and then I was looking through my gear, and I remembered that, like, we have other gear that we could be putting on. Now, having the full sets still feels like the priority, but I was looking through my stats again. I did a few slight more upgrades. I think I upgraded the helmet more. I think that's the only thing I upgraded, and then I upgraded this weapon, which was only at Mark 2 before. But I went and built these scarab parts because I was noticing that you probably caught it when I didn't. I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the vulture set, which is what I'm wearing, does negative 10% damage, armored damage, which is what we're doing for this boss fight. Is it worth switching to a whole other set? Maybe, but relearning my movement speed and all that is troublesome. So I could take that into account. But what I did do is go and look at the scarab pieces because these are do not have that same removal. They're the same weight. They're also a sentinel kit. But all I did was build them, and I can't even equip all three parts. I built three parts because I wanted to have a half set of each, partial set bonus of the two sets. But I don't even have the tech scrap to get the levels that would be necessary. I think I would need like 14,000 probably ish to get there, because I think I'm short by 2. I do have that one implant I could slot that would give me more capacity, but I think we're gonna keep going on with this for a little bit. I want to kind of double down on this scythe and see if I can make it work. I feel like much of the trouble I'm having is... well, much of the trouble I'm having is just my own inexperience with the weapon. So, I'm hoping with good time I can get better at it. Oh, I did also, the other thing I upgraded was the injectable. I tried out the other injectable briefly, and I'm starting to, I suddenly understand why there are the two separate ones, because I didn't really give it a direct opportunity. But the cellular regenerator is a constant heal over time. So now I sort of understand why you would carry multiple injectables, because you can't have... I switched just straight from my existing heal to this one, and that's not viable because it means you can't heal. The heal is very slow. It's a lot of healing. It's 50% of your health, but it takes a while, and that'll save you in a pinch. But you got to work that into your flow. It's one more thing to juggle. So you definitely can't just swap it out. It has to be in a... well, unless you're really crazy. But you definitely can't just make it a one-for-one swap. Oh, that was an implant circuitry. Hold on. the other thing I was looking at, so I need, in order, well, I don't have the upgrade menu now. In order to upgrade this further, and all this got me was the one more pre-charge at the med bay, but I felt like it was worth it because I was just like noodling around getting small amounts of scrap while I was playing. I need more implant things to get to the next bit. I also read briefly up on the nano damage. I don't know why it's so hard, why the game hasn't provided information. But what the nano damage, the nano damage does apparently is it builds up, and then once the bar builds up, it does a burst of damage. Now, whether that's useful in this battle, I don't think it is. But it's good to know. No, I got in front of him. That was on me. Let's get out of this area, actually. No reason to make this harder on myself than it already is. And I might as well top myself up. Really wish the camera would cooperate with me so I could see things better, but, you know. Oh, there was another thing, I was like trying to figure out why I couldn't target the feet as easily, right? Apparently I have to press a different button because it's a different set of targets. I think like it doesn't say explicitly, it doesn't say anything anywhere explicitly, but I think what has probably happened is they are treating the legs as a separate enemy from the body. Why did I do that? I know better than that. And so in order to target it, I have to switch targets. Alright. Now, it definitely wants me to target the front legs because they're closest, but I think the back leg is out. Don't like that attack. That's the one that's killed me a lot. Can I have camera behind my character, please? So... hitting the back... Fuck you, come on. That combo is ridiculous. There's just, it's so much damage. I haven't tried the super heavy armor, but I can't fathom how that would fix my problems. That was a pretty good run, though. This is a frustrating boss. I want my energy. It's really the only reason I come out here is to get the energy back up. Okay. This is not the best weapon for this fight, but it's not a bad one. I definitely could be doing more quicker if I was choosing a heavier impact weapon, I think, in order to in order to get the faster break. But they're just all so slow that without tanking a bunch of hits, I don't know how to do that. Why am I missing now? Come on. You saw me get caught on the geometry there? The body geometry is getting me killed. Does he only do that back attack in one direction, or is it only because I've always favored that direction? Genuinely don't know. He always seems to swipe. Oh, yeah, I'm right, because I'm realizing now he's got 3 legs, but he should actually have 4. That's what's been throwing me off this whole time. Is like, at first, the first couple of times I fought him, I was like, this thing has 4 legs, right? But no, it definitely has 3. But I just realized that's because one of them is missing. That's what that rag is hanging off the side. It's where the 4th leg should be. That's why he only swipes in the one direction. Because he can't do it in the other direction. Ah. Oh, I also switched guns here. I don't know if this is actually going to be any better or worse, but we'll give it a try. Let's not be stingy with the healing. I don't need to ruin a run because he can basically always kill me in 1 shot, or 2 shots. Come on, can we get away from there, please? Come on, walk over here, please. That's also why the camera's kind of awkward, because the camera's following my target, but it's adjusting to the enemy I'm fighting. And I'm caught in his arm. The camera's adjusting to the geometry, the enemy geometry that it has to rotate around. So it's rotating around his body unevenly because his body is uneven. This is very, very awkward all around. I could try and break his little grabbers, but I just don't see a point. Unless they're really easy to break and I'm not realizing it. But I would have thought I would have accidentally done a bunch of damage to them prior to this, if that was the case. Okay, I'm starting to run low on heal, which means I need to be more judicious. I'm literally swiveling in my chair, which is not something I usually do, but it's one of those things like, you know, when you lean in a racing game? It's like that, but I'm doing so much rotation at this point that it's just like trying to rotate faster. Alright. Now I can't switch at all. Weird. Okay. That's... Oh shit. Where? I can't fucking see! That's not fucking fair. Camera. God damn it. That was bad. You know, I'm really wondering whether there's going to be something later that will give me more aggressive healing abilities. Like, sacrifice something else for healing? If that makes sense. Can I please target the thing? I'm trying every... There we go. I just wanted a little more energy. Oh. Oh, there he goes. So actually, maybe triggering that on purpose is a good idea. So that I can bait him into attacking. Alright, we're learning. We're learning. This is an annoying fight, though. Mostly, actually, the problems that I have with it just come down to why is his movement, why is his animation so clunky, and why are his animations so clunky, and why is his hitbox and hurtbox so clunky? What the hell? Oh, fuck off. Oh well, good enough. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I guess we'll get a free heal once we pick up my my tech scrap anyway. Why does that make a different noise? Alright. Other side of the arena. Don't even give... Or that. That's fine too. It's very hard to judge where he's going. Like, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to rotate around, and when he does this thing where he flips over, I'm trying to end up as close to where he's going to land as possible without actually being under him. Or under one of the feet, right? Because the feet are the danger. I think with that move, the body isn't actually a hurt box. But I don't want to be in front of the claws. I want to be here behind it because he won't do the grab. Oops. Me and my butterfingers switching weapons. What the hell did I just get hit by? Huh? Well, why am I targeting that now? You know what? Fuck it. Let's target the back foot. Oh, okay. So that's dangerous in its own way. I'm hoping once it breaks... That's not so bad, but we'll find out. Is he less mobile? Doesn't really seem like it. Oh, is he leaking gas from the middle too? Oh, that's shitty. I wonder if the feet do less damage to me now if they hit me, or if they do more. The way he screams before he gives birth to a bunch of fucking starfish is just insane. I just don't know how to, how to deal with that. Hey, Flag, could you get out of the way? I don't need to see your stupid banner. I'm getting too aggressive, and I'm getting in front of him, which is exactly what I don't want to do. See, that was pretty good because the camera stayed out. It's when the camera hangs out too long or too close, that's when stuff gets really hard. I'm jumping just because it gives me iframes, not because I think it's actually... No! I don't go out like this. Ow. You know what? I'm actually going to switch to the other leg, because clearly it doesn't make much difference for my purposes. Breaking one of his feet doesn't actually, what the hell was that? Breaking one of his feet doesn't give me any advantage. So, I'm better off not breaking stuff. Because it triggers poison. Fuck, I got greedy. I don't know that set of animations and recoveries well enough yet. I was awfully close though, which makes me feel good about this more generally. Ugh. Need some tea. And I keep taking a ton of damage from this guy, which... I don't know. I think if I just poked at him, I would not take damage, but it would take a really long time, which I don't like. I don't want to sit here for 5 minutes fighting some schmuck. Okay. We're definitely much closer than before. I feel like I'm relatively well informed about everything that's going to happen now. I think it's still smartest to do the front bits first. Because the one thing that does seem to change is he starts doing the vomit attack. It seems only after you've broken the 2 pods. Gotta remember I've got my guns too. Instead of taking risky swipes, I should just pull the drone out and let it do some work. Ah. Again, with taking the damage there, I don't fully understand that. Ah, damn it. Of course, I ran out of energy, ran down on energy a little bit, and that... No, I don't want to be here. Okay. I have no idea how I missed that, but I'll take it. Where the fuck did I even go, man? Can we keep the camera on me, please? Come on! This arena is just terrible for me. Can I just... It does a bit of damage to me, but I can actually tank a lot of those because they really don't do that much. Did I get the back foot? I think I did. Can I please target the relevant things? Thank you. Not be greedy, we're just going to take a few swipes and then move. Without lock-on, this would be a fucking impossible fight. It's just ridiculous. The moves... Whoops. Nope. Please let me go. God. Since all of my moves are relative to my target, it makes for some really busted stuff. Oh, that's on me. I burnt out all my energy. Because my target is his leg, and he's swinging his leg around, and then the rotation of my camera and the motion of my dodges and the direction of my swipes is all defined by that. It makes for some really, really messed up stuff. Hey, if I could target the right thing right now, that would be great, because then I could fucking finish this battle. There we go. God. Little Johnny's forceps. Little Johnny offline.
It's over, isn't it? Shame it had to come to this, but treated good out there. Real good. Meet me by the harbor gate. There's something I want you to know.
Well, that was very abrupt. It was a very abrupt end, and then it jammed a bunch of stuff in my face all at once, including this EMP that I now have to go open up a bunch of stuff. Oh, he's over. I was gonna like look at him, but he's over here. Dang, dude. You really jibbed yourself, huh? Pretty metal. Is there nothing over here at all? Oh, here's something. Fire it at a magnetic lock and trigger it again to break the lock. You can also use it against enemies. So it happens on a... It says trigger it again, but I didn't hit it again. I didn't hit anything a second time.
Mother, I'm in charge here, and I know what I'm doing. You should trust me for once and leave this to me.
The invaders were defeated, so the drug's purpose is done. We must reunite. You're not a drug lord, you're my son. An heir to the Holy Spark. If you stay on this path, even I will be able to save you from yourself.
Yes, Mother. You're right, Mother.
End the distribution of blue sparkle today, and leave these souls back to me.
Of course, Mother. I'll tell them. Thank you for your counsel.
May the spark bless you, Jonathan. I'll see you in the cathedral.
Okay, then. I guess that explains why they're not at odds with each other, although clearly they still kind of are. Why does it have that beeping noise? Doesn't mean anything. Just a bunch of scrap and modules. I guess it's just forcing me to learn. Acquired from... What about this would tell me that it's acquired from the USS Kobayashi? Is there a texture missing? I feel like if you wanted to tell me it's from the Kobayashi, it should have, like, I don't know, this symbol or some... No, I think that's the cultist symbol. But some symbol to suggest where it's from, rather than me just somehow magically knowing that a white box is from the Kobayashi. Oh. Well. No, because that's still their symbol, right? They clearly just slapped that on. So that doesn't explain it either. I guess it just aims at whatever the closest one is, which is fine. Huh.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? My name is Athena Gutenberg. I don't know where I am. Some kind of warehouse, I guess. Please, get me out of here. I'm scared.
This is AID Response. We've picked up your location. Hang in there, Athena. We'll be with you soon.
Okay, I guess that's the beginning of the whole saga. Was she in one of the crates? No, she was just a passenger, right? Can also unlock other objects like magnetic lifts that are magnetically sealed. Well, yeah. You mean like this, or do you mean something else? Again, I'll say this time and time again. If you want to... The best way to tutorialize something is give me the opportunity to test it. That may or may not include even having a text... having text present to, you know... to actually give a tutorial. You can give a tutorial by just presenting the player with something that is intuitive enough to do. I don't know. I guess the reason you would want timing is so that you can aim it at enemies, and
Guard!
trigger it at a certain
Where's
time?
my sweet, scrumptious April?
We can't find her, sir. She, seems to have fled your
Oh, this is blown
most
up.
glorious bachelor pad.
But why? Have I not showered her with everything she needs? I even left her a crate of Chardonnay.
Well, she's become a true believer, sir. Always talks about her faith. My guess is she headed straight to the cathedral.
Well, make sure she doesn't get there. Nobody could ever know about my little secrets. Especially not Mom.
Don't worry, she won't get far.
So you stole some dude's girlfriend, and then she found God. Except for God is your mom. That's pretty fucking funny. Alright, let's get some quick level up to... I only get 1 out of that. I've got so much metal scrap and it doesn't let me choose how much I disassemble, right? It's gonna do all of it if I do it, and that's gonna be annoying. Okay, we're gonna take a little break anyway, but I need to go make sure I know what disassembling the metal scrap is, how it all works, and then how the bank works, because the fact that neither of those things are really explained is annoying. They're both clearly taken from other things. It's just like, why not explain them? They're not as intuitive as you think. Oh, anyway, cool. Glad the boss is finally done. We'll see you for probably wandering around this area a bit more next time.